curtains up here. One, oh my gosh, I'm picking up my extension cord because if I don't keep this plugged in, it's going to go bye-bye. So there are these red curtains here. There's two of them, one on top of the other. The curtain rod that I bought at the Dollarium was not long enough because I measure things in inches. And I saw the curtain rod. I looked through all the curtain rods. I have a lot of curtain rods. And I found one that was long enough. When I brought it home, and my arm is already getting tired. I cannot wait to get the new computer. Then I can like go live on the computer, maybe. Hopefully. Oh, my arm. Okay. Where was I? Yes, I opened it up. I'm up there putting the rod up, and it's nowhere near long enough. It's like, what the heck, man? What's going on? It's supposed to be, it was one of those extendable ones. Hi. It was supposed to be one of those extendable ones. You know, it comes apart. You can make it as long or short as you want. And then I had it as long as it could go, and it wasn't even like halfway across. I'm like, what the H? I'm sure I read the packaging properly. I know I measured properly. So I go into the garbage and I take out the packaging, and it's in centimeters, not inches. Get with the program, Canada. I always use, is it metric? No, it's the opposite of metric. Imperial. Is that it? Anyway, I do temperatures in Fahrenheit. I do weight in pounds. I do, okay, with liquids, I think I definitely don't do gallons. I do liters. But what is the other thing? Oh, when you're measuring yourself, when you're measuring things, I use feet and all that jazz. At the hospital, when they take your temperature, as they do all the time, they do it in Celsius. And, well, oh yeah, I haven't been in the hospital so long. I forget what it is. I think it's 37.5 Celsius is normal. And when they used to weigh me before all my cancer treatments, it would be in kilograms, and I would switch the machine to pounds so I could see what it was. I don't freaking understand, man. I do it the American way. It's because I'm a little bit American. Or every summer when I was a kid, we would always visit my American family. And I think they rubbed off on me somewhat. Also, we used to watch a lot of American TV. So when they would do like weather and news and stuff, it was always in Fahrenheit. So I'm just used to it. To me, it makes more sense. It makes more sense to me. I don't care if it doesn't make sense to other people. If it seems more complicated, to me, it makes sense. And that's what matters, because I'm the one who's trying to understand if it's cold or hot out, or how much weight I've gained, or why my curtain won't fit. Anyway, back to my curtains. I have them like shoved onto things, and there's some nails in there and some rubber bands holding them up. It's very ugly and not good, because the little roof of the utility shed, that's where I have all my birds and my little bird bath thingy, and I feed the birds. And I have some flowers out there, but it's not easy to like separate them. I just kind of have to open it and peep through there. I think you can hear my birds. Can you hear my birdies? They are loud. I realized last night, it was like pretty late at night, the birds were still talking. And I wonder, do they have really good hearing? Because I would go insane if I had to listen to them all day. If I was an actual bird in the tree, what a horrible sound to just be surrounded by that peeping. I really enjoy the birds, though. It's my favorite Alfred Hitchcock movie. It is. I do enjoy the birds. Back into your gilded cage, Miss Melanie Daniels. My mother, don't waste your time. Do you like the birds? I saw it when I was quite young. I think I don't remember like when I first heard about Alfred Hitchcock. I kind of always remember that theme music from his TV show. I'm 100% sure that The Birds was the first movie I saw, but I remember knowing about Psycho. I think because it's been in referenced so many things in so much pop culture that I kind of knew about the shower scene and all that. But I've been into old movies since I was young. Well, I also liked current stuff when I was little. Now, I think since about 1994 or 1995, I pretty much hate anything that's currently popular, like music on the radio, especially. Oof, please. I'm too sensitive to things like that. I can't put it out of my head. I have been in public establishments where they've had the radio on, and there's, the horrible auto-tune top 40 and like rap and stuff. And I start to feel sick. It's like I've been conditioned with that awful program that guy in Clockwork Orange did so that he wouldn't commit any violence. And every time he heard Beethoven, he would get physically ill. I had to leave the dollar store once because they were playing Maroon 5. And I just felt like I was going to projectile vomit. Anyway, I came on here for a reason, not to talk about being sick. Oh, my pretty pink mouse is coming today. I don't know well, the mouse I have now is pretty old, and it had these little pad things on the bottom, and it wasn't moving nicely. And I thought, these pad things are kind of rubbery and rough, or like not slippery. So I pulled them off, and now it really doesn't work very good. I have my mouse on a piece of paper towel, and I hold the piece of paper towel while I'm using the mouse. It's very silly. But I'm getting a really pretty pink one. I wish I could get a pink laptop, but I'm not Paris Hilton. I don't have that kind of money. I always thought Paris Hilton was really cute. Like, she's cute. I don't like a lot of the style of the stuff she wears and whatnot. Like, I think her sunglasses are fugly. But I used to watch The Simple Life. I didn't watch all the seasons, but the first 2 seasons. And I remember the first one the most. When she and Nicole went to that farm, went to live on that farm place in Arkansas. I watched it with a friend, and that was like our weekly thing we had to do was watch The Simple Life. Because it's really funny. Anyway, yeah, I think Paris is pretty. I have some issues with my hand. Like the bone is sticking out. Well, it's a little swollen up. My thumb. On this side mostly. Oh, you probably can't see this very well, but first I put on some hot pink nail polish. Then I put on this kind of shimmery pink over it. And then I put these rainbow glitters on top. And it just reminds me of cupcakes or Pop-Tarts. And it makes me feel like I'm 5 years old. So every time I look at my hands, I'm like, ooh, that's really nice. So I can't wait until I get an email that my computer's on the way. When I go live, apparently I've never been on this ride before. Apparently, it has a good webcam. So I'm really hoping I won't have to use my stupid phone when I go live and stick it on top of my computer. My hair is at the length where it's impossible to do anything with it. Well, I'm not the kind of person. Hi, Bob Bubber. And hi, Thawada. I'm not really sure how to pronounce your name. Let's figure out how to pronounce your name so I don't just say hi. I can say hi, Thawada, Thawada, Thawata, Thawada, The water is very warm. Am I saying it right? If you're still there, you might not be there still. Anyway, I don't use hairsprays and gels and all kinds of things. So I really don't know what to do. I guess I can just let it do its own thing. It's a little stiff now because I put some dry shampoo in yesterday. Thank you, Bob Bobber. I hope you have a blessed day too. Hey, thank you. What do you think? Oh, my thumb hurts. Anyway, I'm supposed to get my little mouse today. So that'll, oh, right. I'm going to do chapter 6. So I did 5 thumbnails for the first 5 chapters of the book. And I did 6 more for the next 5. And yeah, are you enjoying the Clue in the Crumbling Wall? I think it needs some Ned. I remember when I used to hate Ned so much when he and Bert and Dave would come and join the mystery, because they just got it would confuse me. It was like there's too many people in this book, and I would just want the girls to do it themselves. But now I like Ned. I think I like Ned better than Nancy. He maybe I can relate to him a bit. He's a bit of a pushover. He doesn't know how to say no when Nancy asks him to do all these things and that are actually dangerous. Like, he gets hurt many times, doesn't he, trying to help Nancy? He puts himself in harm's way because he's in love. And I don't think I think she appreciates him, but she doesn't show it enough. She doesn't tell him. Ned, you have helped me so much over the years with all these mysteries, and thank you. You are a great guy. I am so lucky to have you in my life. Oh, it's a made-up language. Cool. Everyone's talking too fast. Wait a minute. Tawada. It reminds me a bit of fried green tomatoes. And Tawanda. Tawada. Tawada? Tawada or Tawada? Tomato or Tomata? Wonder how much of that is 1950, 60 cents, showing limited affection. Oh, yeah, maybe. Although, I mean, Bess is boy crazy, right? So I think, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I never thought about it that in-depthly. And maybe because, well, no, I mean, it's not, being appreciative and saying, I'm not saying take him to a hotel and show him a good time kind of thankful. Not anything that's not family friendly, just expressing it more. But he seems kind of it doesn't bother him, I guess. Okay, well, come on, computer, let's go. I have a problem with patience. Nancy does kind of take Ned for granted. He saves her. It's true. Now, I can't remember if he's in this book. I think they just kept their relationship nebulous and platonic to make the stories more relatable. Yeah. Plus, I mean, if you add all that in there, the book's going to get longer, right? Like the originals. Gosh. Yeah, I've only read the one original text from when they were completely different. The Hidden Staircase. And I was thinking this morning about my next book that I will record, and that I don't have a whole lot in the revised texts of the originals. I don't have that many left to do. There's 2 or 3 that I thought I had that I don't even have. The Invisible Intruder, and then The Golden Pavilion, and I think there's another one. For some reason, I thought I had this, but I don't. There's a book or two where they actually kiss, and one where Ned actually alludes to Nancy that he wants. Oh yeah, there are a few where they're like teasing about being long-term committed to each other. And then in the 80s series, it gets pretty more mature, I think, with that kind of stuff. However, in the first original run of books, I think Nancy was supposed to be seen as an independent. Yeah, she was she was much more, whoops, no, I don't want to stop streaming. She was much more, I can't, sorry, I'm trying to like talk and figure out what's going on here. Bob Bobber, you use big words. Yes, I love that she carries a gun. I love that it's just more descriptive and it's prettier. It's written prettier. There are more words. It's just, I think I'm like that with all books. I just prefer older. Maybe why did they do it? Because young people had better attention spans. They were more into, not, my mind wanders, like, because I'm also thinking back how people, just normal people, would write like poetry to each other way back in the way back. And I think that's so romantic. But maybe it's because of how we've gotten more technology and whatnot, you know? Yeah, I really enjoyed her. I thought it was funny. And when she was telling the police what to do and stuff in the hidden staircase, she was like, "You guys are idiots. I'm in charge here." She's very, sorry, I'm trying to think of words and read yours at the same time. So I'm putting my hand up so I can think. She respects authority a lot more in the RTs. You know, oh, Nancy went as fast as she could drive without breaking the speed limit. Whereas in the originals, she would just do whatever the heck she wanted without regard to the law, I think. Sorry, I don't know how to use this app and read everything at the same time. See, I like both aspects of them. I like that she respects authority and has manners and all that. But I also like it when she's somewhat sassy and does, not sassy maybe, but just does what she wants, you know, without regard to following every little rule. Sometimes she's a bit too goody two shoes or whatever. Oh man, can you hear the birds? I like them. I like them a lot. I gotta get a cute handmade wooden birdhouse kind of thing, or a feeder, house/feeder, because I don't have anything good, like an actual bird thingy to put bird food in. I was just putting it on a plate, like a bowl, one of my own bowls. So, and the squirrels get up there too, which I love, but they will knock things over if they can. And like I haven't had any bird and squirrel fights. I think there's more birds that fight with each other. Like the pigeons are jerks, but I like them. And the crows can be jerks. My favorites are the little sparrows, little house sparrows. I think they're my most favorite little birds because they're very pretty, but not flashy, you know? Pretty little colors, and they're very light and they just bop around. They hop around. And when they fly away, you don't hear them. was the other thing I was going to say about sparrows? Oh, yeah, they kind of look like they're looking at you. When I talk to them, looks like they're listening to me. Bob Bobber, you said something. I mean, if you read the original, I can't read all this. Sorry, Bob Bobber. I have trouble on this. Is like multitasking to me. And it doesn't leave the text up. It doesn't leave the chat up so I can read it. I'm like halfway through a paragraph and it goes away. There's a couple times in the room where not only does she tell the police off, but she outright, yes. Well, I think it's right. Or I mean, not right. I can't talk and like do technology at the same time. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought with having to look at the chat and figure out how phones work and stuff. I don't think I was meant to be in this time of digital. It gives me a headache. I mean, I enjoy interacting with you, but it's too much for me. I'm old-fashioned. And I know, like it's not, everything's going to become more digital and machiney. We're never going to, time travel is never going to be a thing, no matter what HARP says. Oh, do you believe in the Mandela effect and all that? I don't. Those bears, it's always been spelled the way it is spelled. The Berenstain Bears, it's always been the same. And Fruit Loops and the Challenger and all that. I remember when the Challenger blew up because things like that really bugged me and like affected me, and I thought about them a lot when I was a kid. Actual news things. I wasn't scared of like fake things, scary movies and stuff. I love that kind of stuff. But when something scary happened on the news, like when I loved Duran Duran when I was little. And I remember when Simon Le Bon, his yacht capsized and he was stuck in there and they thought he was going to die and all that. I remember seeing it on the news and like, oh, I couldn't. It really scared the heck out of me and I never forgot it. And then when, okay, yeah, I like technology sometimes because I remember when YouTube became like quite a thing, I was looking up stuff that I hadn't seen since I was little. And I thought, ooh, I wonder if I can find that news footage of Simon Le Bon's yacht. It was called Drum. I remember seeing it in the ocean upside down. And they were saying that the people inside only had like a pocket of air. And I never forgot that. It scared the hell out of me. And then I saw the news footage on YouTube and I was like, wow. It gave me the creeps, but in a good way. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Anyway, yeah, I remember when the Challenger exploded, it really, I don't know that it scared me, but it kind of fascinated me. And I remember seeing it on magazine covers and whatnot. And they did a very special episode of Punky Brewster about it. Yeah, but technology, I don't love it. I hid the chat, so let me show the chat now and see what you people are talking about. Next time I watch Primitive Technology Channel, I'll picture Penelope building huts in the Australian jungle. Whoa, I missed a lot here. I can see why they toned down. Yeah, there's a family of robins next to me and a blue jay. Oh, cool. Oh, do you know what my favorite, not bird itself is, but bird call? Morning doves. Because it reminds me of being at my aunt's house in New York when I was a kid in the summers. In the mornings, in the backyard, I would always hear the morning doves in the trees. And it's just a nice memory. I never forgot the sound of them. I don't hear them here. I mean, I'm sure we have morning doves, but I never ever heard them where I live. and I associate it with like good memories and stuff. So morning doves. Every now and then I see a blue jay go by, and I'm like, wow, because they're so pretty. Oh, they're beautiful. Okay, what time is it? Well, here it is. Ah, it's not even 12. I have to go to the grocery store. Man, I can't wait to. I would like to get some physical strength back because yesterday I got 2 jars of spaghetti sauce. What else did I get? A bag of spaghetti. Maybe one other thing. And I was about to die from carrying that. A morning hoot owl that reminds me of being out in the pastures. Oh, with the cows. Oh, that's beautiful. I love cows. I can hear crows making that knocking sound right now. Uh-oh. Reminds me of the birds. Now, every time I see like quite a big congregation of birds outside, just hanging out on the lines, on the power lines or something, I think of the birds and I like it. I feel like watching the birds. All I have to watch things on is, well, I got one of those Amazon Fire Stick thingies. But the only thing I pay for is YouTube. I have YouTube Premium. So there are lots of movies and TV shows you can watch on some of the apps. Like I have CTV, their throwback app or thingy where they have old stuff. Is there an ND book you really don't enjoy? Yes, yes. I didn't enjoy the crossword cipher, honestly. I didn't really like the setting. It's not something that interests me. Peru isn't, I don't know, it just doesn't interest me. It's hot and it's not a place I would want to go to. And I had to look up lots of words. I had a lot of Spanish issues, and I just didn't really care about the stupid monkey plaque. But I mean, I plan to read every one, even if they're not my favorite. Now, I can't even remember if I finished The Sky Phantom. I know I read most of it, and I don't think I loved it. Oh, yeah, the Q&A. I haven't forgotten I was going to do a Q&A video, and I'll have to scroll down and find all the questions because there were quite a few. I haven't done it yet, but I'll do it probably. Maybe I'll go live on my new computer, check out the webcam on it, and maybe I'll do a live Q&A answering thing. Let's see, what other books by Nancy Drew do I not like too much? I'd have to go and look at them all. I hate where I had to put my books. It's like right by the door, and it's a very small space, and it's dark. So I don't get to see my books all the time. I have to go over and like hunch down and look at them. I usually like the ones with historical mysteries, but it's clear the authors knew about. Yeah, I do like how we learn a lot, when she goes up. Oh, you don't like the golf one? I love the golf one. I think it's just because I love golf in general. So I keep talking about my family in the States. My uncle owned a golf course, and now my cousin runs it now. And then I have another cousin who has a golf course. They're like all in the same area. So since I was little, every summer we would go there, and there was a lot of golf. So I enjoyed the golf book. I see somebody said something. I love Hidden Staircase. I love Moonstone Castle. Sometimes just the title of a book will make me like it. And, when you go through the list of all of them, I'm like, So there's some, like, they just sound romantic. And the Moonstone Castle sounds mystery. Plus, sounds romantic. Anything with a castle. I think that's why I like the one we're reading now, Clue of the Crumbling Wall. Castle ruins, and it's just romantic to me. I've heard of the Dana Girls. I have not read any, but I went on Pinterest and I was just looking up books and stuff. And again, with the titles, there are so many titles of them that just sound so romantic, and the covers look very nice. But no, I haven't read any, and I would like to. And you know how I am. I don't do digital reading, so, and I have no room for books. If I had a lot of space to stick books, I would have so many books. I've actually been getting rid of books. I'm okay. My brain is going blue, 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 blue again. I hear the chicken next door. I'm not sure if there's two chickens next door, but it makes me kind of feel like I'm in the country on a farm or something. It's a black chicken. It's black. I lost my train again. I haven't eaten anything yet. I think I should eat something. I gotta go to the grocery store and pick up some things. But they're so heavy. A carton of milk is like, whoa. And I'm having trouble gripping and holding on to things. So I have to hold everything with two hands. A 2-liter carton of, I get 2-liter cartons of milk, and I have to hold it with two hands. It's so stupid. So stupid. Okay, I probably missed somebody's question because I start answering something and then I go on to something else. Yeah, I like the golf book. I really enjoyed the golf book. I do want to continue on this topic of ones that I don't really like. I'm thinking in here. I can't think of any books. Well, last night I put all of my files from my laptop onto two, I've got them right here. Where are they? Oh, I put them over on the counter. 2 of those USB thingies that you stick in. So I've got everything there. Oh, it's going to be quite a process of learning how to use a new computer and taking all the really important stuff that I don't want to lose off the old one and sticking it on the new one. And then, oh, thank you for reminding me. I have to make a list of all the things I have to download, like the media player, the video player there, VLC, and Audacity, which is what I use to record. Ugh, I can't wait to see how quick things work with it, because you do not know how old this computer is. Now, I don't understand all the things like, when you look at the information about a computer, all this like Core, Intel, RAM stuff, but I know that the one I'm getting is much faster and more robust. Is that a good word to use? Has a lot more capability. And it's going to be very fun to go on the internet, not have to wait, have something load in just a second instead of a minute. And you're like waiting and waiting and waiting. And inside you're going, I will smash everything. Yeah. Okay, I gotta get up. I can't. Oh, man. It's very, oh, I have the door open. That's why, oh, I have both doors open. That's why you probably can hear everything. Probably all kinds of wilderness came in. So the squirrels are so cute, and they come up the stairs and they stand right in front of me and look at me, and I'm like, I would love for you to come in and be my pet. But I know that as a renter, I can't do that. Okay, I promise chapter 6 of The Clue in the Crumbling Wall sometime today. Thanks for joining me for this little chat. It was rather all over the place. Hi, Dixie. Bye, Dixie. Okay. I forgot your name again. Tawada. 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 Tawada, I think. Ginger. I thought it said ginger scalp. My eyes don't work. My when I dye my hair ginger sometimes, right at the beginning, my scalp is ginger. Goodbye, Bob Bobber. Goodbye, Tawada. Tawada. Goodbye, Ginger Snap. Goodbye, Dixie. All of a sudden, it says there's 6 people in here. Okay, goodbye, everybody. I'm not good at saying goodbye. Aloha.